On digital radio.
94.9 FM.
And on BBC Sounds.
This is London.
This is BBC Radio London.
Vanessa Feltz.
All right, an interesting departure for us now. A conversation we've never had before on the radio. Have you heard of CBD oil? Well, it's the legal cannabis derivative that it seems everybody is talking about. It's everywhere from health food shops to coffee bars. It's in bath bombs, even, would you believe, in doggy treats. It's extracted from the cannabis plant, but it doesn't get you high. It's completely legal, and fans say that it helps with a wide range of ailments and mental health issues. And I'm joined live in the studio by Dr. Danny Gordon, a cannabis medicine expert. It's so nice to meet you. Now, you say that you're the only one in the country.
That's correct. Thank you for having me. So I'm the only medically qualified individual who's treated patients with medical cannabis. That's correct.
And you come from Canada originally, but you're setting up in practice over here. So tell us, what is this CBD oil? What is it?
So CBD stands for cannabidiol. It's a chemical from the cannabis sativa plant, which is called hemp when the varieties of the plant are under 0.2% THC. That's the legal part of the plant, the legal type of plants that are able to be used in cultivation and showing up in health food shops across the country.
And what's it supposed to do? I mean, make you feel better, make you feel more tranquil and mellow, or what?
So it's a really good question. So I always get asked by my medical colleagues, especially, is CBD a cure-all? Well, I don't believe anything's a cure-all. And certainly we have no proof that it cures things like cancer or anything like that. But it certainly has documented and well-researched properties such as anti-anxiety effects, effects helping with modulate the stress response in the nervous system.
So what I said is right, mellow and calm.
Yeah, and helps potentially lower seizure, increase seizure threshold, so helps with seizure disorders, treatment-resistant epilepsy. So children like Alfie and Billy, who've been in the news recently, when the drugs start to fail them, this is something when it's added to the treatment regimen, it can really make a huge difference.
But it's been very, very hard indeed, as we know, for Alfie and Billy to get what they need for their treatment, which is not this, is it?
Correct. So Alfie has the only NHS prescription currently, as I'm aware, for CBD and medical cannabis oils. Yeah. And the type that he takes has a tiny, tiny amount of THC as well. It doesn't make him high. It's very, very safe, actually, to have this small amount in children with epilepsy. And what happens is sometimes the CBD alone will stop working. And when you add a little bit of THC, it actually makes the medication work better.
But that is not this. We're not talking about the same product, because it's been incredibly hard for Alfie to get what he needs. But this, anyone can get, it seems, absolutely anywhere. So presumably there's a difference in strength. Is that what it is? And a difference in efficacy?
Correct. So the types of products you're seeing on the market, they do vary quite widely. So the types of products you're seeing for, price points of $20, £20 are going to be vastly different in efficacy, in concentration than the products you're seeing even on the consumer market for over $100, for example. It's not just the CBD, it's the other parts of the plant that might be in the preparation, things like terpenes, other chemicals in the plant that can add to the therapeutic value, and how the chemicals are extracted also makes a big difference in price.
So my listeners just intrigued by this or not feeling 100% or for whatever reason, which are the listeners to whom this is of real interest? Who might be interested in purchasing one of these products? And then I'm going to ask you, and how do they get the right one, not the wrong one?
It's a great question. So the other work that I do is in burnout. So we're called the burnout generation now. So everyone is under more stress now. We have a crazy schedule. So anyone experiencing more stress, increasing levels of anxiety, I have clients who use it for their sleep. On a medical level, I prescribe it for mild insomnia. So anyone suffering from a stress-related symptom may benefit from CBD.
Okay. And as we've just said, it's sold in an array of different ways, and it seems to be an ingredient in an absolutely bewildering variety of different products. So how, if you are feeling stressed, burnt out or whatever it is, do you find the right one? You stick a bath bomb in the bath and lie back and feel better? Is that going to work?
It's probably unlikely that that's going to have a huge medical effect. You can get some topical absorption through the skin, but it's not going to have the same effect as if you take a really high quality product by mouth, for example. So the best thing to do is, if you have a medical problem and you want to treat yourself medically, it's best to see a doctor, because even though it's an herbal medicine, it's active. It's still an active ingredient. It's still doing something in the nervous system. So, but if you want to use it more for wellness at a low dose, looking for a product that's called full spectrum, what's called GMP registered or GMP certified, organic. Looking for something that has a higher concentration per dose of the CBD in it, and that has the other parts of the plant in it as well, like the terpenes, is a good way to go.
Are you comfortable with the word wellness? What does it mean?
I am comfortable with the word wellness because it really opens up a lot of these conversations to the average person who doesn't have medical training. And I think wellness is, for me, what it means, having my background in integrated medicine, is it's an upstream version of medicine. So what that means is people who are suffering from stress and anxiety and these things that may not be medical yet, there's so many things that we can do to kind of stop these problems from becoming big medical problems. So I think the wellness industry is really helping open up that conversation.
Well, thank you very much indeed for coming in and having that conversation with us. That's Dr. Danny Gordon, a cannabis medicine expert. She says she's the only one in the UK at the moment. Very nice to meet you. Thank you very much indeed. And lovely listener, we will be straight back with you after the travel.
BBC.